by surprise. He knew that the video was among the music videos that had been submitted, but he didn't know we were going to play it tonight. And I just thought I'd give him a little surprise.
No, that
But what's really nice is that last time we had Elaine Lewis as co-host. Tonight we have Peter Lloyd. We've had actual video music artists, you know, singers as MCs, not traditional MCs. And I think it's made a welcome change. You know, LA was one version, and now tonight we have Peter Lloyd. Thanks, Peter.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I want to introduce now two gentlemen. One is not a stranger. You met him last night when his film Stepping Razor Red X was shown for the first time in Jamaica, although it's not a new film at all. And the other is the man who produced the film you're going to see, and in fact produced the first music video that opened our evening, the Willie Nelson Toots video. So may I bring on stage Wayne Johnson and Mr. Arthur Gosden, please.
What about a big hand from the people putting on this festival?
Our minister isn't here yet. She needs some of that applause too.
Everyone's applause for importing us and bringing us back to the island that we love so much. It was a privilege to get involved with the Ernest Wrangler film because Ernie is like such a great treasure of the island and such a great treasure to me. My blood pressure went down when I started working with him, you know. I was brought into it by Wayne Jobson and his brother Brian. You know, Wayne is also a national treasure because he spreads the word all across the United States and all across the world about reggae. Wayne, why don't you have us the word?
Yeah, it's great to be here in the most beautiful country in the world. I live in Los Angeles at the moment, but I'm from Ocho and actually Ernie Wrangler lives in Ocho so and he said to apologize that he couldn't come tonight, but he's coming in on Sunday for the Reggae Academy Awards to get a special award, like Lifetime Achievement Award, and 75, so it's kind of hard for him to come to Kingston 2 days in 1 week. But as Arthur said, it's definitely a national treasure. I mean, I'd say the godfathers of Jamaican music are the great Coxsone and Duke Reid, and another one of the great godfathers is Chris Blackwell, and Chris Blackwell is the greatest musician ever out of Jamaica in history, is Ernie Wrangler, and he should know. So, because thanks for allowing us to make his life story, which this is, and he was the man who produced My Boy Lollipop, the first Jamaican hit with Chris Blackwell, and right up to playing through with Jimmy Cliff and Bob Marley, and also is rated as one of the top jazz guitarists in the world. So, the ultimate respect to Ernie Wrangler.
Also, I'd like to mention that you're going to see a beautiful moment of it, Itopia, with Perry Hensel and Ernie Wrangler, and it's one of the last times we see Perry, who did so much and who accomplished everything he set out to do. Perry Hensel. Enjoy the play.
Thanks a lot, Arthur. This gentleman has a long history in movie production, major Hollywood box office hits, music videos, awards, etc. He's just being very humble and modest because he loves Jamaica, but this is an important gentleman, Arthur Gosden. Meet him. Thank you. I want to tell you both about Ernie's niece. Adugo, are you his niece or his, come tell me.
We share the same grandmother.
Ah.
The rest for you to have.
Adugo Wrangler is here. Nice. Let everyone see you. Thank you. Thank you. That's the evening. So let's have it. Ernie Wrangler, the roots of reggae. Thank you. shows you who are the people who worked on making this film great, so great. Let's have a round of applause. That was really wonderful. I'd love to invite Wayne and Alvin to come back up here, please, because there's just so much about this film that wasn't said and can be said again. Come on, come on. You all really did a good job on this movie.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying that I feel like this is the reason why we're here celebrating the heritage of Jamaica, our music, and the brilliance of Jamaicans, because, you know, I'm humbled the fact that Jamaica, a small island like this, could produce such a great music, a great people, and a genius. We tend to throw that word around, but truly, Ernest Rangley is a genius. Could you all give him a big round of applause?
How long ago did you make this film?
2 years ago, a year and a half. It's funny because by the way, it's really in sync. There was something in the projection that's a little strange, but I promise you. We decided we would do a musical event and bring people to Los Angeles to play with Ernie. And all the musicians that are speaking on there were part of this, which is another part of the DVD, which is a 12-song musical event. We started doing the interviews, and suddenly the interviews started coming together because Ernie's story is really the history, the roots of reggae, the history starting with where he came from to the present, and he's still touring. And suddenly the piece itself, this little piece has been getting a lot more attention than the actual playing and the music, which is a nice musical moment, but getting people graciously to come on camera like Chris Blackwell and say these things that they will not say too often was a rare opportunity. And it was a privilege to work with everybody, and Monty Alexander and all these great people that come out of Jamaica, and the music that comes from jazz, emerges into reggae, that changed the world, that changes everything that we know and touch. And Ernie was so much a part of it.
Wayne, I really liked your commentary. I liked your comments very much. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been really lucky to make films on maybe the two greatest musicians ever out of Jamaica, Ernie Rangley and Pt.6. I hope all of you got to see Pt.6 last night, 7 years ago.
What would have inspired, I mean, one of the great Hollywood filmmakers, such as yourself, to choose the topic of, I mean, clearly Ernest Rangley is a genius, but what brought you to the project?
Well, basically what brought us to the project was respect for Ernie and a love for the music and a love for what he contributed. And I mean, it's just, his talent is just so overriding that it was simple to be drawn to it and a privilege to be associated.
Well, I'm sure there are lots of questions people in the audience have, but I'm going to ask you to save it for your little outside moments, because we have a lot on the program tonight that we want to get through. I do want to acknowledge the presence of my minister, Olivia Ramsey Gage. Come on, let me see you, Miss B, please.